Hi, welcome back to my page. I am going to be making this mini octopus today. These are fantastic, absolutely fantastic for markets or if you're in a store. I sell them for $3 a piece and I usually sell out every single market that I've done. It's just like a nice little impulse buy. People want to support you. They can get your number or like your social media info. This is Naughty Ball yarn from Kayla's Crafts in the color Caribbean. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I think this works up super fast. So what you will need today, size 5 yarn. Again, Naughty Ball. Okay, so you're going to need size 5 yarn, scissors, size 5mm hook, and then I use a metal darning needle. And then of course, just a little bit of polyfil. Okay, let's get started. You're going to start with a slip stitch, chain 2, and then you're going to do 7 single crochets in the first chain. If I can get it going. 1. So again, 7 total. Okay, now there's a little hole there, so you're just going to pull the tail and it closes up really nicely. Okay, next row, you're going to work in continuous rounds. So next row is 7 increases. So you're going to do 2 stitches and each stitch around, totaling 14. Okay, now just double check that you have 14 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 14, great. And then here I take my darning needle and I just weave in the end to make sure it's extra secure. So I just grab a couple stitches one way, grab a couple stitches the next way. Okay, let's move on to round 3. It's actually round 3 and 4. It's going to be 14 single crochets around twice, so a total of 28 stitches. Okay, fold it over. Okay, and let's move on to round 5. You're going to single crochet and then 3 decreases. 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet and 3 decreases again. Okay, and now we're going to make sure that we have 8 stitches around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then here's where we place the safety eyes. I forgot. So 2 12mm safety eyes. I buy them in just a crazy amount on Amazon. You're going to have your last stitch in the back so that you can see it nice and well. And then you're going to put the safety eyes in between rows 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3. Put 1 in and secure the back. I like to pop the inside out, push it down as much as you can. Okay, and then you're going to put the second one 2 stitches away. So 1, 2, and you're going to put it in the third one. Just double check that it looks nice and cute. You can play around with it too if you want it to be a little bit further away. I think I'm going to put it a little bit closer. Okay, and then I like to double check the back, so I just do a little like pop to make sure it's secure. Cute. Okay, now row 6. Okay, row 6 is going to be done in the front loop only. We're going to slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and then slip stitch in the next chain and continue on from there. Just continue the pattern. So slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 2, slip stitch until you get all the way around. You'll have 8 tentacles. I kind of hold the stitch too so it doesn't like stretch out, because that can happen. That looks kind of silly. Okay, I'm going to count here. Make sure you have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have the 8th one on my hook. And this is going to be the very last one. Okay, and they're going to cut a long tail. Okay, get all this out of the way. Okay, now for stuffing, and then you're almost done. Go and put as much polyfill in there as you want. And try to make sure it's all in there and not stuck on the tentacles. So I do a little squeeze test. Make sure that the eyes are separate. They're not pointing in the inside. So I like to put a little bit of polyfill in there to keep them from like going inwards. Gotta do a squish test. Okay, so that's good for me. Now I need my needle. And you're just gonna weave in the ends. So I go through the bottom of the tentacle. And then just pick up a couple stitches. You're gonna weave it in. All while keeping the polyfill in. You don't want any of that coming out. I'm going to do one more. Okay, now slowly pull it closed. Make sure all that polyfill is out of there. Maybe kind of push that in. Whatever you got to do. Okay. I got to tie it off, and then we'll weave in the tail. I just need one loop. Okay. So this is how I tie off. Then I make sure I pull it tight against the needle, and then I hold it and pull through. Okay. So now it's nice and secure, and then just weave in the tail a couple times into your plushie. Okay, and then I cut a little, leave a little tiny bit there. Take the end of my needle. Okay, and clean up the polyfill. Ay. And there you have it. A nice market prep filler, or just something fun to have. You can also turn it into a keychain if you wanted to. But these are great. See you later.